Alright, sorry about that, but I left off on Acts, the first chapter. It say Acts 1 and 6. It says Acts 1 and 6. When they were therefore were come together, they asked him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? So after everything the Lord taught them, why after he died they still preaching about Israel? They ain't say nothing about the world coming together, none of that. I'm going to give you one more scripture. Revelation 21 and 2. And John saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And so it ain't talking about the New Jerusalem. Ain't talking about the city, the buildings. It's talking about the people, the elect and their families that get that receive that salvation, get delivered. When those chariots come. So it's not talking about the cities and the buildings and the churches like them Jehovah's Witnesses be saying. Alright? It's talking about the people. So the Most High ain't, Jesus didn't come for everybody. Let me get Matthew 17:9. Matthew 17:9. And as they came down from the mountain, Yahweh charged them, saying, Tell the vision to no man until the Son of Man be risen again from the dead. And his disciples asked him, saying, Why then say the scribes that Elias must first come? And Yahweh answered and said unto them, Elias truly shall come first and restore all things. But I say unto you that Elijah is come already, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them. Then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist. So now the disciples understood that John the Baptist was Elijah back in the flesh. Because if you can't, when you can't be in the flesh in the spirit world, he came back in the flesh on the earth. So the spirit, he died, Elijah didn't die, but when you go back, when the Lord take you, he takes your spirit, and you dwell up in the heavens until he send you back down here. All right. St. John. St. John 1 and 19. And this is the record of John when the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, Who art thou? And he confessed and denied not, but confessed, I am not the Christ. And they asked him, What then? Art thou Elias? And he saith, I am not. Art thou that prophet? And he answered, No. Then said they unto him, Who art thou? That we may give an answer to them that sent us. What sayest thou to thyself? He said, I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness, make straight way of the Lord, as said the prophet Isaiah. and they say, and they which were sent were of the Pharisees. And they asked him and said unto them, Why baptize thou then, if thou not be Christ, nor Elias, neither that prophet? So the scribes and the Pharisees, they, the people back then, They knew the scriptures. They knew reincarnation existed. So if reincarnation didn't exist, they knew Elijah existed before them. So why would they be expecting him to come back? And if you have somebody fulfilling that prophecy of Elias, Isaiah, why would they ask? I mean, if you have somebody fulfilling that prophecy of that person, of course they're going to ask, is he Elijah? They're going to think that was Elijah because he's fulfilling that prophecy. You know, so they knew about reincarnation back then. Only you pea-brain, you airheads out there in the churches don't know, all right? Matthew 3:3. For this is he that was spoken of by the prophet Isaiah, saying, the voice of one crying in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord, make his path straight. You know, so Isaiah practically he spoke on it himself. He knew he was gonna come back. Well, I wouldn't say I'm gonna take that back. I don't remember that. But you know, him and Isaiah spoke the same thing because they're the same person. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 10. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It hath been already of old time, which was before us. There is no, verse 11, there is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. So that's why John the Baptist denied that he was Isaiah, you know, because he didn't know. He was just fulfilling the prophecy. You know, he probably had a clue and probably thought he was Isaiah, but him being a humble man, a just man, he ain't gonna claim that. You know what I'm saying? But guess who knew? The one you call Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai, he knew. And he said it. You know what I'm saying? He said it out of his own mouth, said it twice, that Elijah is John the Baptist. You know what I'm saying? He knew that, and they were cousins. But he never told John that, you know what I'm saying? Go to Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and 15. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. And God requires that which is past. Verse 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. So it said, that which have been have already been. I mean, that which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been. So there's no ending to anything. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord is the Alpha and Omega, and the Most High is the Ancient of Days. It's no ending. There's no ending to it. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a cycle. That's why you have a water cycle. It keeps repeating itself. You know what I'm saying? That's basic. That's basic things. Ecclesiastes 6 and 10. That which have been is named already, and it is known that it is man. Neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he. You know, so it says that which have been is named already, and it is man. So you constantly have that cycle going, just like I said. Really, hey, these are just random backup scriptures, you know. Let's get Job chapter 19. Chapter 19, verse 25. For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. And though after my skin worms destroyed his body, meaning after he died, yet in my flesh I see God. And you can't be in the flesh and the spirit world. So Job knew that he was going to see the Lord, and he knew he was going to see the Lord again in the latter day. He was back there when the Lord walked on the earth, and he's here again today. And believes I bet he's one of the elect, you know. Verse 27, whom I shall see for myself, and my eyes shall behold, and not another, though my reins be consumed within me. So Job speaking, telling himself, Job knew about reincarnation. All right. You know, y'all fools, y'all be reading these scriptures and just the shit go over your head. It go over your head like a jet. 1 Corinthians. First Corinthians chapter 14, verse 32. I mean, not 32, but hold on, I'm in Romans. Corinthians 14 and 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So, guess what spirits dwell at? They dwell in the spirit world, right? And then they come, but how can a spirit be a prophet? If it's dwelling in the spirit world, that spirit comes right back. The Most High puts that command to the spirit to go back down here, and he's going to fulfill that prophecy all over again. He's going to keep doing it until the Lord comes. The Most High set it up that way. And matter of fact, Revelation 1 and 7. Behold, he coming with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Now I say, behold, he coming with clouds, and every eye shall see him, even they also which pierced him. Now who pierced who? The Romans pierced the one you call Jesus Christ, right? So, but you got two old crackers just sitting around. That's impossible, man. That is totally impossible, man. And don't try to give me that bullshit. You got all this technology and shit. Man, your people hit 60 and they can barely remember who you is, man. My grandfather, he didn't know who I was, man. He didn't know who I was unless he came around my mother. Unless he knew I just had to be one of her sons. If I saw him in the street, he didn't know. He didn't know shit, man. You old, you be on this, you pump your ass up with all this medicine. By the time you hit like 40, 45, man, you in and out of the doctor. He giving you a pill for this, a pill for that. You gotta get a new heart, artificial heart, a hip. Man, Esau's a Frankenstein, man. He just, man, you see people like that, they really should be dead, man. I don't even know how they walking around, man. The Most High must be saving them for the destruction, you know, because they should have been dropped dead, but the Most High allowed Esau to keep them running. But they in and out of the doctors, man. Ain't no way somebody 2,000 years old living, man. We should be dead from the telephones we using, from the air we breathe, from the food. We should be dead, man. The Most High preserving a lot of people, man. The Most High is preserving people just for that day. Go back to St. John. Chapter 9. And Yahushua passed by, and he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? And Yahushua answered, Neither hath this man sinned nor his parents, but the works of the Most High should be made manifest in him. So, you know, they asked, did this man sin or his parents sin? But you know the sins of the father can't fall upon the son. You can't pay for your daddy's sins. The scriptures tell you that. And a baby can't sin. How a baby gonna sin? The baby only know he's looking at his mama and his daddy, and he don't even know daddy. He just know. You know what I'm saying? The baby can't sin. The baby ain't in his womb probably saying curse the Most High. You know, that's impossible. So, like we already read before, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. So when you walk outside, guess what? You up under the sun. You got to put on glasses, a hat. You up under the sun. Esau got to put on a skin block or whatever that shit is, so they won't get burned by the sun. So you go to the spirit world, you receive your judgment, and then you come back. You know, so that's what it is. That's all I have for right now. But I mean, you got plenty of other brothers out there, you know, bringing out the same topic. We just gonna, you know, keep flooding YouTube and flooding y'all out there in the streets. So, Yahweh Shemi Awashai Barakathum, and you know, shalom. All right.